Welcome everyone to Norwegian Sport Fishing League. This is a recap of a season 2022 main league. Let us start from simply explaining how NSFL works. The very first step is a registration. Team captain registers his personal profile and his team profile. Because we NSFL count both personal and team points, co-angler also needs to register his own personal profile so that we can count individual points for both players. Obviously, team has to pass both requirements. Fishing without boat is not allowed. These are the main rules: spinning rod only, artificial baits, pike fishing, total 3 stages. We count team points and personal points. To upload fish, every player uses our app. We also fish on the grounds, catch and release. If you want to read and learn full rules, please visit NSFL website. Now that you know NSFL rules, without further ado, let's jump into Stage 1 recap. Here you can see the teams are finally prepping for our initial start. Now, let's use a moment to see what is really happening behind the scenes and how our anglers are preparing. Trust me, the very first stage is always the most intense stage. No matter how intense they are, everyone is super excited and cannot wait for the green light to push the throttle down. Now that every boat is ready, has passed the boat control, our judge boat will give a start for every 2 boats every 15 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, the long-awaited Stage 1 starts now. Boats are now in positions and anglers are trying to find their first spots. Firstly, we want to say big thank you for everyone who were participating. This was only a second year since NSFL was born. Without all of you, all of your support, loyalty and dedication to this league, NSFL would never be possible. We also want to say big thank you for our general partner Garmin for a second year in a row, for providing world's best electronics in the form of prizes and promoting this event. So the boats are ready, anglers are ready, they found their first fish, first cast is done, but firstly let me tell you a bit about the event itself. The lake our anglers are fishing is located roughly around 100 kilometers away from Oslo. It's not a very big lake, but not a small one as well. However, the lake is very famous for really large pikes, really good perch fishing, therefore we have chosen this lake for the very first event. We also have chosen this lake for our mid-season competition, Perch Master. You will be able to see some short clips of the perch master in the second episode of NSFL. The weather conditions was not the best for the anglers. The morning session was quite decent, however, wind got really strong in the second half of the day. Totally 21 boats has started this year's competition. So we will try to show all of the teams and give a short briefing about each team and how they did in stage 1. If you haven't seen your team in this episode, don't worry, we promise to show you in the next episode. Okay, so we are starting to see the first fishes in the boats, and in front of you is our season champions team Fish Hunters. But we are going to talk about them later. It didn't take long to catch the first approved fishes, and our judge has started to approve first catches already 30 minutes after the start. Let me remind you that teams are fishing for the pike with a minimum length of 60 centimeters. In front of the camera we see Team Lawrence. Captain Johan Vangerud and co-angler Thomas is participating as a team for the first time in NSFL history. Johan, however, has been participating in NSFL since day 1 and had really great results last year. Finally, team has got the first approved fish in the boat. Team Lawrence was actually struggling in the midday, but they were able to recover really strong in the second half of the day. Don't miss interview with this team in the end of the video. What's interesting is that more than half of the teams this year were using live imaging sonars. You can see how much time Johan spends on checking for active fish in the front sonar. The live imaging technology gives a really great advantage if used properly. If you will spend way too much time looking and searching, probably the results will not be so positive. However, Team Lawrence has used a lot of time practicing and pretty sure they really know how to use the live imaging. Big applause for taking the first place with 300 points in stage 1. Next up is Team Hungry Sharks. Sadly, team had to return to the base camp due to technical issues with the boat. They was not able to recover the boat for the rest of the season, but we are really looking forward to seeing them next season. Good job, guys. In front of you is the Team Diva Garmin ProRex with Petter Skudal and Tore Svensson. With no doubt we can confirm that this team is participating in every single pike perch competition in Norway. Really strong team which always showing top results in every competition. Using this chance we want to congratulate them by winning the first place in another perch tournament in Norway. If you look how the boat is equipped, you can probably make a guess how serious they are. This boat is a beast equipped with the newest Garmins all the way around, including the newest Panoptic sonar in the front. Very shortly Petter will give a quick boat tour, so make sure to stay patient for a few more minutes. In stage 1, team has got decent results, but not the results they were looking for. In general, they have caught decent amount of fish, but the sizes were not the most satisfying for them. No matter how good you are, sometimes fishing is just fishing, and luck is not always with you. You can see that the fish is flying in the boat rapidly, but sadly, they were just a hairline behind and took a reasonable 8th place with the 210 rank points. Next time, guys, next time. Next up is the Zander Club 13 fishing team with Darius and Linas. Please note what strategy the team is using. Darius is actively scanning the water with live imaging and trying to find only where there is some sign of moving bait fish or clearly pike is very visible. This way of fishing was really popular during the whole NSFL season. We truly believe that next season almost every team will also be equipped with the live imaging sonars, which makes the competition even harder because the technological edge between teams will shrink to a minimum. And here we go, we can see the first fish in the boat, really good hook set. Darius is clearing his boat, making some space, and his colleague Linas is ready to hook the fish, and here we go, really nice pike. Good fat pike. Probably that was roughly about 75 to 80 centimeters. Team is taking some pictures, uploading the fish to our app, and here we go, fish is released. This is what we're pushing very much, especially in the hot summer days It's very important that the fish is really handled properly, that the measure board is wet, and unhooking the fish is fast and releasing to the water as fast as possible. Another pike into the boat, and the same procedure. Wet the board, measure the fish, and release. The team took respectful 12th place and brought home 176 rank points. Great job, guys. Next up is Team SFC Nautilus with Thomas and Martinez. This is also a new team in 2022 season. Martinez used to have another partner, but this year they will try a new combo. Thomas, who is sitting on the front bow, is actually representing the national Norwegian ice fishing team and has shown really great results for many years in a row, so really strong team. In stage 1, they have been leaders for the most of the day. Unfortunately, it was not enough to grab the first place. Great fishing by the guys. They have found the golden spot and used really lots of time by just sitting in one place and trying to catch as much as possible fish. When the Martinez was releasing the fish, Thomas was using the time just to try to hook another fish. So you can see taking the pictures, releasing the fish, and keep moving. Another strong hook set, and look at the Thomas, Wait, we're gonna stop here. We're gonna rewind this back and look at the speed he's reeling the line back. Hard to say where the skills came, but it's really fast. High five and great team job, guys. Just to remind you, the fishing duration is actually 8 hours, and we start to roll the boats 8 o'clock early in the morning. Every team has to return the measure boards by 4 o'clock in the evening. If the team is late to return the measure board, the penalty point starts to count. For example, if the team is late less than 10 minutes, they get minus 50 centimeters from a total result. If the team is late more than 10 minutes, the points are rejected. Gladly, in stage 1, none of the teams has received any penalty points, which is always good to hear. So Team Nautilus has received 255 points and took a really good 4th place. Big congratulations. Another new team in NSFL, Team Leadheads. Not sure how much lead they use, but the guys worked really hard in competition. Per Sigurd and Andreas started to deliver fish really early. They have been really stable during the whole stage 1, but luck was not with them. Every pike was decent, but nothing major for the day. You can see they're retrieving pikes in the boat, really calmly, no panic, just grab the net and take the fish. I will give you a short moment to just look and see the motions. So the team has collected 200 rank points and took a 9th place in the stage 1 competition. Next is a Team Lucas with Robert and Sebastian. These two anglers have really shown off in season 22. Probably I cannot recall which other team has practiced so much like they did. What is also interesting is that during the pre-season, season and off-season period they have collected really great trophies for both pikes and zanders. I recommend to find them on social networks if you are curious to see their catches during the 2022. When it comes to stage 1, guys worked really well and strategic. They are patient and seeking their goal. And when you are following your strategy, sooner or later you start to deliver. And here Sebastian is hooking its first fish. Once again, they are taking the pictures, releasing the fish, and uploading the results. Every angler can check live results, personal catches at any time during the competition, thanks to our app. Not sure what Sebastian is showing here. Was it the fish from the pike, or was it the lure that he hooked the fish on? One of the last fish from Robert, and the team has collected 240 points and got 5th place in the stage 1 competition. Great job! And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's make a short break and check the episode What's Inside the Boat.
Hi, welcome. I'm Peter Skudal from Team Daiwa Garmin ProRex. Our main setup for pike fishing is ProRex AGS rods with bait casters. This we use for all the medium to the heavy fishing. In this case is ProRex 300 and a big rubber that's used for the big soft plastics. Our favorite lures is the ProRex Lazy Jerk. That is our favorite. We use that basically all year round, but it's clearly early and late in the season is when it's really good. And the good thing about this jerk is that you don't actually need to jerk it. All you can do is do spin stops. The tournament D-fin shad, 12 centimeters this case, and with a single hook jig head with an assist hook, especially on pike fishing. Very often an assist hook that is caught in the corner of the mouth. Another bait we use a lot, we had a great success with this year, is the spin tail shad. So we have a spinner on spin blade on the end that will do a lot of vibration and reflection in the water. Ecomap Ultras, we have 2 in the front and 2 in the middle. The reason we have the main zapper in front is that that's where we usually stand. It is more like a TV, it happens now, so you can see the fish going. We have a simulator on now, so it's actually this one, which is called the perspective mode. It's actually like having a radar in front of the boat. And then, which we use when we fish shallow. If we fish deep, we usually use forward mode, which is like a radar ray doing this. So it's this way towards the fish instead of that way with the perspective. The live scope, there is possible to mount it on the trolling engine or on a separate mount like we have here. The reason we prefer to have a separate mount is that then we can control it anywhere we want, although the trolling engine might be going straight towards the current, the wind, so we can always have full control of the direction without moving the boat. It's the Garmin Force with a long shaft, 57 inches I think it is, and it's absolutely marvelous. On the live scope transducer there is 3 setups. Where we are now, it is pointing forward, so this is forward mode. So if you go that way, then we have down view. And then if you tilt it sideways, like this, we have perspective mode, which is the radar function. Doing it this way, we have full control of the direction we are showing the transducer, and then we know exactly what direction the fish are that we can see. We can do it 360 degrees, so we can see all the way around the boat.
We are back to our final few teams. Hope you like the idea behind what's inside the boat. We apologize for the wind noise, but it was really hard for our microphones to handle it. Next up is NEA Fishing Team with Nils and Annette, brother and sister. You probably have seen these anglers before. You can also find them on YouTube and follow their fishing journey. Nevertheless, you can learn loads of cool things on their YouTube channel, so make sure you follow them. This team has shown really good fight during the whole NSFL season. They have always been top leaders and were providing pressure to other leading teams. Great boat, equipped with loads of cool electronics, which really helps them to deliver. Fun fact, the team hasn't moved from one spot during the whole stage 1. Is it due to the high petrol costs? Or eventually it was a strategy? In the end of the video, don't miss the interview with them. Annette has also caught the largest pike of the day. Decent pike of 87 centimeters, so one more time, congrats to her. NEA Fishing has took second place and received 285 rank points. And the last team of today's episode, Team LJ Pro Fishing Team, or other known as Headache for others. This team has took all possible podiums in the last couple of years. Look how they fishing. Yuris in the back is following one sonar, while Laudis is using live imaging and target visible fish. While scanning, they are using two sonars at once. Hungry? No problem, I can scan and eat. No time to relax. And this really shows in their results. They're really passionate and one of the most dedicated teams. Look at the reaction time of Yuris and the responsibility to grab the fish. That's how you should react. Here you can see that Lotus has missed one fish, and just seconds after, Yuris missed one too. Shoulders are down, but they are not giving up. Finally, they have hooked decent pike. Great celebration and emotions by the team. LJ Pro Fishing Team took third place and brought home 270 rank points. Finally, the time has came to end this stage 1 story. All of the teams are returning. Every team is returning the measure board and getting ready for points announcement and closing speech. Here are the score tables of the stage 1. First place is Lowrance, second place is NEA Fishing Team, and the third place is LJ Pro Fishing Team. During the end, we always bear anglers to stay and wait. We also offer lunch of a traditional Norwegian hot dogs. We know how tired and hungry the anglers are. It's always nice to have a chat with your fellow colleagues, discuss all failures, share the success stories. In the end, we are only one family, one sport community which has the same passion, sport fishing. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. thank you for watching, and we will close this episode with a few interviews. See you on the next episode.
Second place, we think.
We think?
Yeah. Unofficially yet, but
place you supposed to take?
first place. But someone got ahead of us. So Johan did a great job, and we saw him actually catch the last pike, which took them ahead of us. So a bit disappointed, but still second place is a good placement for us, and we can bring home a few points. So I think that's going to be good for the next competitions. Yeah. I think actually today our strategy was quite spot on. Actually, we wanted to focus on the north area and just stick to it and not move much around. Stick to one spot, which we knew probably had a few fish, but it was definitely the first maybe 2-3 hours that was most productive, and then it came a little bit too much wind, I think. We also had a couple of missed fish, so but in the end we had maybe 12 pikes in total in the boat, so but we couldn't approve bigger fish in the end, so but pretty happy with our strategy today. Yeah.
It was some hard times and some good times, but we found the key and it went out good for us.
At times they start after 11, then it started to be kind of windy and kind of slow fish. Then but before this time in the morning it was
A lot of contacts, but I wasn't really on today, so mostly we hooked on the back treble, so they were hard today. We had one fish that really takes, so yeah. We got all the fish we got at one place. We start there and we had one move and come back and catch the last two fish we needed there.